Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Josue Flores Moreira, and I'm going to teach you how to find limiting reactants. There are three simple steps. The first step is to balance the equation. The second step is to convert grams of each of your reactants into the grams of the product. The third step is that the reactant that has the least amount of product is the limiting reactant. So let's begin. The equation we're going to be using today is 14.32 grams of N2 reacts with 4.21 grams of H2 to produce NH3. What is the limiting reactant? And this is the equation they gave us. N2 plus H2 converts into 2NH3. As I said before, the first step is to balance the equation. And as you can see, this equation is not balanced. I'll give you a moment to try to solve it yourself. The way you balance this equation is by turning it into two different parts. The first part, you're going to find out how much nitrogens it has, which is 2 nitrogens and 6 hydrogens. 6? How did you get 6? Since hydrogen has a 3 right here, however, there's a 2 in front of it, which will convert it into 6. Now, on the other side of the equation, there's 2 nitrogens and 2 hydrogens. This is the problem right here. On this side of the equation, there's 2 hydrogens. However, on the other side, there's 6. So how would you make this into this? An easy way is just multiplying by 3. So now you just put a 3 in front of the H2, and now this equation is balanced. Let's move on. The second step is that now that the equation is balanced, we're going to convert grams of N2 into grams of NH3. The way to do this is by using the 14.32 grams of N2 they gave us in the beginning of the equation times the molar mass of N2, which is 1 mole of N2 over 28.02 grams of N2. As you can see here, we could just cross this step out. Now to the next step. We're going to have to find the mole-to-mole ratio of NH3 to N2. However, since we balance the equation, we know that 2 moles of NH3 is 1 mole of NH2. So we can write that down. 1 mole of N2. Now this crosses out. Now the next step is the molar mass of NH3, so which is 17.04 grams of NH3 over 1 mole of NH3. This crosses out, and since all the numbers cross out, we're going to be left with G grams of NH3. So now you're going to put this in your calculator and find the math, which would be 17.42 grams of NH3. Let's move on. We're going to repeat the same process we did on the previous page, however, with H2. So we're going to use the 4.21 they gave us on the word problem in this third page times the molar mass, which is 1 mole of H2 is over 2.02 grams of H2 times the mole ratio of NH3 to H2, which is 2 over 3. Now we got to multiply it by the molar mass of NH3. Now we do what we all like to do, cross things out. And now we put this in our calculator and get the answer. Now we're on the last step of the problem. We're on the finish line. We're the end. We're about to finish. Now we just gotta pull everything together and make sure we get the right answer. So, as we stated before, N2 would be 17.42, since all the math we did beforehand. And H2 is 23. Oh, my bad. 0.68 GnH3. So as I said, the last step is that the reactant that had the least amount is going to become the limiting reactant. So as we can see, N2 is the limiting reactant. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you have a beautiful day and stay protective. Wear gloves, mask, and try not to go outside that much. Have a wonderful day.